Hello everyone, and welcome back to our virtual staging series. In this video, we're going to dive deeper into the fascinating world of perspective matching in 3ds Max. So, let's get started. To use the perspective match tool, start by importing your image. Now, let's introduce the perspective match tool in 3ds Max. This tool is a game changer for virtual staging. It allows you to match the perspective of your 3D scene to that of a photograph, making the integration seamless. To access this powerful feature, head over to the Utilities panel, usually found on the right side of your interface. Once you've located it, click to open it up. You'll notice a set of options. To help us recreate the perspective accurately, click on Show Vanishing Lines. This will display vanishing lines in your 3D view, which are essential for the alignment process. Next, you'll want to make sure you select XYZ for the vanishing lines. Click and drag to draw lines along significant features in your reference photograph. Here's a tip: use straight, prominent elements in your image, like walls, edges, or horizons, for the best results. The more accurately you place these lines, the better your perspective match will be. To create a vertical Z-line, click and drag from a point in your reference image that corresponds to a vertical element, like a wall or a corner. As you drag, make sure your line is perfectly vertical in the reference image. Repeat this process to place a second Z-line. Next, let's create our X lines. These lines represent the width of our 3D space. Again, click and drag from a point in your reference image that corresponds to a horizontal feature. Make sure it's perfectly horizontal in the reference image. Align this X line with a horizontal element in your 3D scene to establish the width. Repeat this process to place a second X line, creating a 3D room in your scene. Now, onto the Y lines. These lines represent the length of our 3D space. Click and drag from a point in your reference image that corresponds to a vertical element, just like before. Align the Y line with a vertical element in your 3D scene to establish the length. Repeat this process to place a second Y line, creating a complete 3D space that matches your reference image. We're now ready to set up our camera placement in 3ds Max. Follow these steps to ensure your camera is in the perfect position. Click the plus button and untick the 2D pan view button. Bring the grid down to place the camera accurately. Position the grid where you want your camera to be, typically at floor level, to give you a solid base. Here comes the magic. Press Ctrl+C on your keyboard, and voila! Your camera will be automatically placed in the perfect position based on the perspective lines and grid placement. This is a quick and effective way to ensure your camera matches the perspective of your reference image. Thanks for following along, and stay tuned for more 3D tutorials coming your way. Until next time.